Hi, I'm Jackie Shopes, and this is Challenge Accepted. We are here at Bridgeport Sportsman Club to talk about an amazing event that is going to happen. It is the Kids Education Fishing Day that is April 11th from 1 to 5. It is an awesome event open to the public for children 3 through 15. We're actually going to go meet Ken, and he's going to give us some more details. Let's go find him. All right, I'm here with Ken, the chairman of Fishing Game. You have a spectacular event that is happening. Tell me a little bit about it.
It's our annual Kids Fishing Education Day, and we average somewhere around 157 or so kids every year.
That's
provided that the weather's good. We had one year where we had a lot of snow and we didn't have such a good turnout, but because it's early in the year, if we get a day like today, 200 is not out of the question.
Whoa, and it's a beautiful day out today.
Yes, beautiful. I mean, I'm hoping we get this weather in a couple more weeks. So the event is completely free.
Okay.
It's open to the public. It starts at 1 o'clock on April the 11th, the day before Easter.
Oh.
Big one. So while mom's home cooking the Easter dinner, Dad can bring the kids to the fishing. Or vice versa.
There you go.
You never know. Dad may be the cook.
That's right. That's right.
So the event starts at 1. It goes to 5. It's a 4-hour event, and there's prizes given throughout those 4 hours.
Ooh, okay.
Our committee goes around to the local merchants through Mount Pleasant, Scottsdale, and Connellsville, and ask for donations for that we can use as door prize for the kids. Okay. We also have bigger sponsors like Dick's Sporting Goods and the Steelers and the Carnegie Science Center, Pittsburgh Zoo. So we get them from all over the place. Yeah. We've even gotten the boat rides on the Gateway Clipper Fleet.
Whoa! That's impressive.
Free night stays at like the Stonehouse. The Stonehouse is a big supporter of us.
Wow, very nice.
So we get the sponsors from everywhere. My group works the internet as well as going door to door. So we try to get every kid a prize, so no kid goes home without a prize.
Wow, that's so sweet.
And the age group is from 3 to 15.
Wow.
And we have the age groups broke into 3 different groups. Okay. So that way, a 3-year-old isn't competing with a 15.
Wait, what? Why not?
So although I can tell you, most of our winners for the last few years have been girls. Oh. The girls have been out fishing the boys for a while. And last year we did have a boy winner, and we do have a boy winner here tonight to bring his fish.
Oh, nice.
The biggest fish that's caught, we mount it for free.
Wow.
And then the next Kids Day, we present it to them.
Oh,
and they get to take it home. So it's a nice memento for a young kid. He has that to treasure forever.
Right, yeah.
And then also as a winner, they get a new fishing rod, and there's always a little bit of money involved. And, a lot of our corporations do cash donations. Okay. And they actually sponsor tag trout.
Okay.
So if a child should catch that tag fish that day, they get the $25 that the sponsor gives for the tag. So the kids are always looking for those tags.
Okay.
And then the first fish caught for the day wins, I think it's $20 or something like that there. So there's a lot of cash moved that day, but the kids have a blast. Yeah. And then we feed them. Okay. The kids, not the fish? Maybe there's probably a lot of feed going on the fish too. But the kids and the parents all get fed, and a lot of that food is donated by the local meat markets and so forth in the area. So again, we don't leave no stone unturned.
Very good. So, this is an amazing event.
So there's a lot of work. We start working on it around Christmas time.
Wow.
It's every year the week before opening day of trout season. Okay. So this year it just happens to fall on the Saturday of Easter. Okay. We used to do it earlier, but the weather was bad. Always. We never had a good Saturday. So this year we're hoping for good weather.
Right. A day like today would be great.
A day like today would be great. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I know here's your pond, but where are we located in Pennsylvania?
We're in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, which is about a mile out of Mount Pleasant. Okay. Nestled right in between Mount Pleasant and Connellsville. Very good. Or Bullskin Township. Okay. If you know where Green Lick Reservoir is, we're right over the hill from Green Lick Reservoir. So, very good. Not hard to find. I think it's 265 Hammondville Street.
Okay.
And it's actually a Mount Pleasant address because at one time it was an RD.
Ah, right.
So even though we're in Bridgeport, it's got a Mount Pleasant address. So if you're looking us up by GPS, make sure you put Mount Pleasant or you won't find us.
Right. We want to be able to find you. So this pond, is this a man-made pond? Does it have only trout in it? Tell me about this pond specifically.
Okay, this pond is a man-made pond. It was originally a swamp.
Oh.
And the club actually dug it out.
Okay.
To make the pond, and then the DEP made us put the fence around it.
Okay, yep.
For security purposes. Right now in the pond is trout, channel cats, largemouth bass, crappies, and bluegills.
Oh, okay.
We stock every year we stock channel cats and trout. We put $13,000 a year in trout in the pond, and $3,000 worth of channel cats in the summer.
Okay.
And so my group, which is a small group of about 21 people, we raise a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we make sure that we have enough for this year, and we try to raise enough so that we have enough for next year in case it's a bad year.
Right.
So, so far this year, we have a little over 1,200 trout in the pond.
Okay.
And our pond is considered to be a Class B pond.
Okay.
Which means we can fish all year round, but you need to have a Pennsylvania fishing license. You don't need to have a trout stamp like you would if you were to go to Twin Lakes or Mammoth Park. You just have to have a Pennsylvania fishing license.
Okay.
And then a permit that we sell here in the club.
Okay.
And that allows you 3 fish a day, 12 fish a week.
Okay.
So far since October when we first started stocking, the members have taken out a little over 500 of the 1,200. So there's a lot of fish still in the pond.
Okay.
And for Kids Day, we put in $600 worth of fish that go over 4 pounds.
Okay.
And that's normally right around between 50 and 60 trout that are over 4 pounds. So
is that heavy? 4 pounds? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fish. It's a fish that's over 20 inches long.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a nice sized fish, and what we hope is that the kid catches it because that's the one we want to mount.
Ah, right. I see.
We stock $600 worth of them, and then we put in about $1,500 worth of fish that range between 12 and 18 inches.
Okay.
So there's a lot more fish going in for Kids Day.
Right.
And then the pond is actually locked.
Oh, okay. So no one can get in.
Right. We stock the pond on Thursday night before Kids Day, and the pond is actually locked until 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Right.
And so they should be hungry, and the kids should have a blast.
Good.
The pond will comfortably fish about 100 kids. So when we get 150, 160 kids, we're shifting them out. You know, they're catching they're allowed 3 fish. Okay. And it's no catch and release. You catch 3, you put them on a stringer, you leave.
Okay.
And so then it allows the new, as they come in later on in the day, because they'll come in, they'll randomly just come in, they take over another spot, and that's how we end up getting them. But 100 kids will fish here comfortably.
Right, very good. So as you can tell, my son, I brought him with me. He is so excited. Yeah. So he's actually 4, so he could actually be one of the children who would come and fish that day, couldn't he?
Yes.
So he's excited.
Open to anybody, and that's our whole goal here at the club, is to get the youth involved.
Right.
Because more and more our youth is involved with video games, playing with your hands, sitting on the couch. Yeah. We want them outside enjoying the fresh air and having fun. And if they can't catch fish, then they want to go back to that video game. Right. So we put enough fish in the pond that a kid can come here and very easily catch fish, keep their interest. And so that's our big goal. That's why we put so much in, because it's too easy for these older adults. They come here, they catch 3 fish in 15 minutes. Right. You know, but the whole purpose is to have the children come here. As you can see down on the pond tonight, we've got several kids here fishing, and that's the whole idea of it, is we want the kids to get back involved with being in the outdoors and fishing. Right.
So can we take a stroll around the pond?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. Mac, your pap just told me that you caught a fish. Is that true? Do you know what kind of fish it was? Just a fishy fish, right? Yeah. How old are you? 5. How long have you been fishing? For 20 years? No. How long? As long as you can walk? Yeah, maybe. Do you like fishing? Yeah. What happens when the bobber starts to go into the water? Do you have a fish on the hook? What do you do then?
I roll it in.
How do you do that? Can you show me? Do you keep it on here and then reel it in? Show me how you reel it in. You just crank that, don't you? That is so good. Well, thanks, Mac. You are wonderful. All right, what's your name, pal?
Cooper.
Cooper. Now, Cooper, I know something special happened to you last year at the Kids Education Fish Day. What happened?
I won it.
What do you mean you won it? Like, you caught all the fish in the pond?
I caught the biggest one.
The biggest one. How big was it?
I think 21 inches.
21 inches. Do you know how much it weighed?
No.
Like 20 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did you know what kind of fish it was?
A trout.
A trout. What does a trout look like? Does it have rainbows on it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called a rainbow trout, right?
Yeah.
So can you show me that if a fish gets on your hook, what do you do?
Reel it in.
Show me. You just keep reeling it in. Do you know how to cast?
Oh, yeah.
Can you reel it in and cast for me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You do it. Do I need to stand out of the way? A little out of the way? All right. That's okay. You're better than me. So it's good. So reel it in. Can you reel it in? Ooh. So he's taking his bobber off, which just bobs in the water. If a fish gets it, it just bounces. Look, he's reeling it in. What kind of bait do you have on your hook? Bread.
No.
Bacon.
No.
Broccoli.
No.
Do you know that all those words started with B?
Yeah.
And it's a what? An alliteration. Did you know that? Have you learned that in school yet?
No.
Can you tell that I'm a teacher?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're going to cast. Do I need to get out of the way now? Okay. So here he goes. Cooper is casting. He's trying to get some fish. Oh, there you go. That was really good. Good job. So what? You put the thing back so that the line won't go out, and you set it in here, and you wait. Is that what you do? Oh, and you put your bobber back on. Well, what happens if you have your bobber right here, and a fish comes? You have to hurry up and take your bobber off, and then start reeling it in?
Just start rolling.
Well, will this fall off?
Maybe.
It'll do something to get out of the way.
Yeah.
All right, Cooper, you're fantastic, and congratulations winning that giant fish.
Thank you.
So Ken here is going to tell me how to fish because, hold on. I'm going to back up and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my fishing experience. So I would go to my grandparents' house and my pap would take me to my great-grandmother's house that had a pond. Now, he would let us fish, and on the fish hook, he would put bread or bacon. And we would catch sunfish. So, and I'm not joking when I tell you this, I told you already that I'm scared of taking fish off the hook because I'm afraid they're going to poke me. Some fish were really pokey. So in order to get the fish off the hook, I would whip it in the air and get it off. But then I would get yelled at. So then I couldn't do that. So that's the extent of me knowing how to fish.
Okay. All right. Well, for starters.
Don't do any of that, right?
Well, bluegills do have, if you're catching sunfish and bluegills, they have those little spikely fines that's on the back. Those do hurt if they raise them up when you grab them. Trout don't have that.
Okay.
They're just slimy, slippery, so you don't have to worry about getting your hand hurt or anything by grabbing them. Most of the guys here fish one of 3 ways.
Okay.
They use spinners, which some of the guys are using around here today.
Okay.
They fish with what they call power bait on the bottom.
I've heard of those things.
Yeah, and then what it is it's a paste you put on a hook, and it floats off the bottom so that the fish can find it. Plus, it's got a scent in it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Normally,
I always thought power bait was the colorful lures. That's not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
Okay.
It comes in a jar like Play-Doh, almost similar to Play-Doh almost.
Right.
I've actually had guys here use Play-Doh for bait because Play-Doh has a real unique smell to it.
Yes, it does.
So, but power bait has a scent in it, and you work it like a dough ball almost onto a hook, and then the other way is what we call jigging.
I've heard of that.
And a lot of the guys here at the club love the jig. So I have 2 poles set up, one with the jig and one for fishing on the bottom with power bait.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll throw both of them out, and whichever one hits first, your task is to catch that fish and take it off the hook.
Okay.
All right. Normally, if you catch it on the bottom pole, which has the power bait, they swallow it. Okay. So there's no way to get the hook out of it. You either cut the line or you kill the fish. Okay. One or the other. So if you want the fish, we'll take the hook out. If you don't want it, we'll cut the line and let him go.
Okay.
Jigging, most of the time the hook gets caught right in the lip of the mouth. Okay. You don't really hurt the fish. You unhook it and you can release them. Okay. So those are the most common 3 types of fishing we do here. Okay. So we'll get you started up here. The fish were biting pretty good earlier. Okay. I got down here about 3 o'clock. They were hitting pretty good. All right. They go in spurts. I tell them you got to wait for them to swim around. Oh, okay. Then they'll come back around and then you'll catch a couple and then you wait for a little bit. And so hopefully they're on the verge to coming down this way. All right. So.
I'm so excited. My goal is to catch a fish and then take it off as quickly and painless as possible. Yes. All right, here we go.
And the way this is set up is I have a slip sinker. Okay. And then I have a little split shot here that holds the weight from coming all the way to the hook. That way, whenever this is out, this will actually float up for the fish to find. And then when the fish grab it, they don't feel this because the line pulls through the weight, so it doesn't feel any of the weight. So
I think I just heard a fish. Oh no, that was someone who cast.
Boys threw out. You like
cast? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. There we go. Now flip it back?
Yep, just flip it back over. Okay, now you're gonna bring it full over here. And we're gonna put this, remember how that kid down there had a bigger bobbin? Okay, we're gonna use this little bobbin. And we're gonna
I thought they were called bobbers. No.
Bobbins.
Okay, same thing, not okay.
Yep. So we put it on. This is gonna be, actually a lot of people call them strike indicators when you're watching your fishing shows.
Okay.
If you ever watch a fishing show, a lot of the professional fishermen will call them strike indicators because it's supposed to tell you when you have a bite.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna watch when the fish hits that bobbin's gonna come up to the pole. And then we're gonna jerk whenever it hits the pole.
So
and
excited.
We'll have that fish.
Okay.
6.5 hours later.
Oh, we got something, Miles! Look at it. It's on there. It's on there. Oh, look, he's over there. Look, he's swimming over there. Oh, look at him. Got to reel hard. Oh, look, there he is. Oh, man. All right, gentle.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's so heavy. Uh-oh, I think he swallowed it.
Yeah, he swallowed it. Okay. So go ahead and bring him up here on the bank.
Okay, watch out. Ready? Oh, he's heavy.
Yeah, right there. The question is, do you want him or you want him back in the pond?
How about we throw him back in?
You want him back in the pond?
Throw him back in? You want to touch him? No.
Okay, now what the stake does is they allow you to cut the hook.
Okay.
Because the fish will actually dissolve that hook.
Can I hold him, baby? Just like this?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Oh! Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream. Oh, he is scary. Oh look, he's a little nervous right now. I think I scared him with my scream.
There he goes.
He slithered right out of my hand. Woo! We caught a fish. It was exciting. Yeah, I wipe my hands, thank you. Now we're professionals, Miles. Whew, that's scary. Doesn't it scare you? All right, we are back here with Cooper, but we are in a different location. We are inside the Bridgeport Sportsman Club. Cooper, what is this sitting right here?
My mounted trout.
Wait, your mounted trout?
Yeah.
You caught, this is the fish you were talking about?
Yes.
This is an impressive fish. Do you remember this fish?
Yes.
How well?
Really well.
So tell me about the event that happened, how you caught this fish. Do you remember it? Let's put it this way. Were you nervous when you were reeling in this fish?
Yes.
Did you know that it was this big?
No.
This is like huge.
Yeah.
Any names that you have given this guy, or like any special advice you would have for the kids who are fishing at this next event?
No.
No advice, just fish like you want to fish.
Yeah.
You can win again.
Yeah.
Do you think you will?
I don't know.
Maybe. You're very, very like low key about this.
Yeah.
Cool. Is your name on here yet? I bet it will be. Oh, you get to be on a new plaque because this one's all filled up. You'll be the first one on the new one. Is that exciting?
Yeah.
Cooper, you are a fantastic fisherman, and I am very impressed with this fish. You did a great job.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm here with Jerry and John, and these gentlemen are the ones who get all the donations. You are like the worker bees, aren't you?
No, we don't get all. We got a lot of them. Yeah.
You personally go out and pick up the donations and get people to donate cash, monetary. You get people to donate items.
Yes. We have everything. We take anything. Well, like I say, we have fishing rods. We got bait. We got money. The money goes, we can buy it, stock the fish, and if they catch us tag trout, they get $25. So the kid, $25, so something good. Yeah, and then when we put some big trout in, there's some 5-pound trout in here. I never caught a 5-pound trout, but so.
But it's in there. It's in there if someone catches it. There's a 5-pound trout in there.
There's more than one.
And what is your job during this event?
Well, first of all, I mean, I think as long as I've been involved, this thing is for the kids. I mean, if you're going to be here that day, your camera will catch a lot of smiles, a lot of happy little kids. But like Jerry said, this whole event prospered from 50 to 68 children to about 150 now. And it all starts with the volunteers. I mean, we're not the only two. Kenny does. We have a lot of people on our committee that do go around and collect. But it's the donors. I mean, we have donors from all of Westmoreland, Fayette County, Allegheny County, the Steelers, the Pirates, and we even have donations as far as way the state of West Virginia. So it's those donors that help this event big time.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for all the hard work that you do. We are excited about this event on April 11th. Thank you.
We hope to see you here.
So, Ken, I mean, I cannot wait for this event to happen. Can you tell me when is it again? Okay. How do you sign up?
Yeah. Again, it's Saturday, April the 11th from 1 to 5. You don't have to sign up until you get here. So there's no pre-registrations. It's just come, have fun, enjoy the day with your children, and we'll have a wonderful day.
And bring your fishing supplies, right?
Yes, bring your
fishing supplies.
Yep.
You need a pole. You need a hook.
Yep.
And some string.
Some bait.
And string. And fun.
Every kid gets a pack of hooks. Ooh. Every kid gets a stringer. So we make sure you have something to put your fish on.
Yeah,
so.
And if you forget your pole, you can find a stick.
Well, I'm sure we'll have poles around here.
All right, well, Ken.
A lot of my mentors will, a lot of my members of my committee will, if it's a young kid and maybe the mom comes and they don't know a whole lot about fishing, we'll work with them. They can help them fish. So
don't let the lack of supplies keep you from coming.
No, we'll make sure you got what you need to catch fish.
Awesome.
We do have quite a bit of sponsors, and you can either choose to sponsor a tag trout, or put money into the bigger fish, because we just raise money for that. Or if you have anything that, like, we've even had people that had tons of fishing poles laying around home they weren't using, and they donated those. They were in good shape. So I mean, we take anything that we can give to the kids. The kids are happy with just about anything.
Right, absolutely.
And but if you have any questions about the rodeo, the Kid Fishing Education Day, you can call me at 724-433-9128. If you have any questions about, what do I need to bring? What's the ages? Again, the age group is from 3 to 15. And But if you have any questions, or if you're interested in donating or sponsoring a tag fish under a loved one, we have a lot of people do that, where they'll sponsor a tag in memory of somebody. And what we do is we put the sponsors and the donators of the equipment out. We have a glass case at the pond. That glass, it stays in that case all summer, so that people can see who sponsored the kids' education day. And we ask them, of course, throughout the day, we announce that we want you to look at that list and patronize the people that sponsored the event. Because without their help, a lot of this wouldn't happen.
Very good. Well, Ken, I cannot wait for this event happening April 11th. I am so excited. Thank you for letting me catch a fish and my son catch a fish. I'm sorry I squealed in your ear. I didn't mean to. Okay, next time, hopefully I won't squeal as loud.
Well, maybe on Kids Day, we'll get you to unhook a fish on one of the kids. One of the kids catch. We'll get you to unhook one.
I will definitely try my best. All right, Ken, thank you so much for letting us be here. I'm Jackie Shopes, and this is Challenge Accepted.